Legends from the First Hemisphere, The Infernal Promise by Don Maguire. This selection is our hero's first encounter with one of the natives of this new world. Standing before them, at the gap between the canyon and the field, was a looming monster beyond their understanding. At first, Bones thought it was an ancient armored warrior atop a carabao, one of the water buffaloes from back home. It had a great barrel torso with lean shafts for his forelegs and great brawny hindquarters. The warrior was heavy with sinew and muscle. From breastplate to back, it was easily 4 handspans thick. Broad, hefty arms like tree trunks hung from his massive shoulders. Its skin was muddy, but beneath the grime was an albino hue. The thick neck supported what could be called a large helmet, where 2 sweeping horns sprang from the sides. The face had a sculptured aspect: broad nose, square jaw, thick sensual lips, and deep inset glittering eyes. In one great hand was an oddly formed sword, wide in some places, narrow in others. It had 6 edges at its broadest width. It might have been a kind of axe. In the other hand was a heavy iron shield. The giant loomed before them, breathing through its mouth full of rage and terror. That was when Tadao realized the truth. And that truth staggered him. The monster was not wearing a helmet of horns. Those horns were flowing right out of its head. He was not a warrior mounted on a giant water buffalo. He was the water buffalo. "God in heaven, it's a centaur," said the priest, coming out of his amazement. "A half-man, half-horse." "More like a carabao," quipped the Manila man. The priest sneered something in a foreign tongue. Bones snapped back in a similar language. "Stop it," snapped Sister Reiko. "This is not the time." The towering brute saw the newcomers with fascination. It sniffed the air, then very carefully came forward. Tadao and the others backed away. The great brute grinned, displaying horribly sharpened teeth, taking their retreat as weakness. It roared loudly, swinging its sword as it charged. Tai fired his rifle into the air several times. It skidded to a stop, stunned. Now it seemed confused. Then high above them they heard a crack. They glanced upward. The whole side of the mountain was sliding down upon them. Tadao saw a boulder the size of a house crush the monster like a boot heel on a cockroach. On and on came the rocky avalanche. Dirt and rubble swept down a great wave, burying them under tons of debris. And that's it. A sampling of Legends from the First Hemisphere, Book 1. It is in this world that our improbable travelers become unlikely heroes. Welcome to their adventures. This is Don Maguire. There's more story to come.